it is like 11:30 on Thursday, December 5th. I woke up a little bit later than I would typically want to. Well, got out of bed. I was awake at like 6:30 this morning, but I just laid in bed. Gracie makes it so easy to lay in bed because she's such a cuddle. She's such a cuddly dog. And she likes to burrow. And then when she burrows out of the blanket, she snuggles herself as close to you as possible. And she will rest her head on your shoulder or share your pillow. She's such a sweetie. So she makes it hard to get out of bed some days, but I did. I made breakfast, hung out in the office for a little bit and played a game of Stardew, but I wasn't really feeling it this morning. I caught up on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and I also wasn't really feeling that episode of Salt Lake City. And then I started cleaning the kitchen, and then when I was cleaning the kitchen, I was like, oh, you know what? This would be great B-roll footage for a video. I should make a video today because I had planned on, I talked to my husband about it yesterday. I was like, we've been out and about almost every single day for the past couple of weeks, like going to Costco, going shopping for Christmas and just for other stuff too. I was like, I really want to stay in the house and I want for us to do the hobbies that we enjoy. So me reading and him playing, I think that he's got something going on in World of Warcraft right now that he's working on. So today I have ample time to read. So I decided that literally like 20 minutes ago, I decided that I wanted to do a random number generator picks how many hours I read for today. So without further ado, I'm going to spin the wheel. So while I do have a free day today, I still do want to spend time with my husband and I have to cook dinner and all that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to be realistic with myself. So I made the range between 1 hour and 6 hours. I really would prefer to get closer to the 6 hour mark. So if I get 1 hour or 2 hours and I read for those 2 hours or 1 hour and I still feel like continuing to read, I'm going to continue to read, okay? So let us spin. So okay, so I got 2 hours of reading time. So today we are continuing to listen to Hellbent on audiobook, and I'm almost done with Hellbent actually. I think that I have about an hour left. Actually, I can double check and tell you exactly how much time. Oh my gosh, I have 39 minutes left. Okay, I have 39 minutes left of Hellbent, and I am not going to count this audiobook as my reading time. Since I rolled 2 hours, 39 minutes is almost half of it, and I've already listened to probably like 30 or 40 minutes of it while I was cleaning, so I'm not going to count this in the 2 hours. So I'm going to finish this audiobook, and then I am going to make some progress in This Will Be Fun. So maybe my wager with myself is that I have to physically read for 2 hours and not audiobook read. But I got those, and then once I'm done with Hellbent, I actually got the audiobook for Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. I've heard really good things about T. Kingfisher. I've never read any of, I think, her books. I was at Barnes & Noble a couple of weeks ago and I saw one of her books and I was like, oh, I wonder what else she has written, because the book that was there, I don't remember what it was about, but I do remember hearing people talk about a book where it's about like a girl whose mother has been like magically like suppressing her and basically abusing her emotionally. And then I think it's like A Witch Calls or something. Wait, I guess I could just tell you what it's called because I literally have Audible open right now. Okay, what is it called? A Sorceress Comes to Call, I believe is what that book is called. So I saw that book and I was like, I wonder what else she wrote. And then I saw Sword Heart on Amazon and I saw, I guess maybe Sword Heart was originally self-published is what I'm guessing, because so there's a paperback copy that is $20 that has this cover on it that's available on Amazon, but I didn't see that. I only saw the hardcover that's like this really pretty edition, but I don't read hardcover books. So Yeah, but I heard really good things about T. Kingfisher, and the plot of that book sounds amazing. It's basically about this girl who, I think she got married. Let's see, I can tell you. Okay, it says Hella is a housekeeper who has suddenly inherited her great uncle's estate and unfortunately his relatives. Sarkis is an immortal swordsman trapped in a prison of enchanted steel. When Hella draws the sword that imprisons him, Sarkis finds himself attempting to defend his new wielder against everything from bandits and roving inquisitors to her own in-laws, and the sword itself may prove to be the greatest threat of all. So I thought that seemed really, really cool. So I will be listening to that book as well. So those are the plans for today. So I'm gonna finish this up and then I will get back with you guys when I've gotten some reading done. Okay, so take these out. I just finished Hellbent and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I always have a hard time reading audiobooks because I feel like sometimes there's things that are lost in translation because, like, obviously when you're listening to audiobooks, a lot of times you're doing it so that you can get other things done as well in the background. You're not listening as intently as you would be reading. There's probably certain dialogue that I kind of missed a little bit, certain plot points that I maybe didn't follow entirely just because, maybe like for like 5 minutes I had zoned out a little bit. But I think that I think that my rating would be about like a 3.5 star. So on Goodreads it would be a 4 star. I really liked it. I think the reason why I like it as much as I do now is because of how the book ended. I had always thought this was going to be a duology, but upon listening to Hellbent, I can definitely tell that this is a series, and I'm very optimistic for how the series is going to go because it's kind of like the first book was kind of like a prologue introduction. This book is kind of like getting the band together. Like, we know who our main players are more so than in the first book, because the first book was a lot more of Alex's background. We kind of have our team of misfits who are going to be fighting evil, essentially. So yeah, I really like how this book ended. Like I said before, I'm not counting me listening to this audiobook as the 2 hours of reading time. So I listened to Hellbent while I played a day in Stardew Valley because I know I said that I wasn't that into it earlier, but I forgot that or I remembered after I filmed that clip that I had finally unlocked the community center and everything in Stardew, and that the boathouse in Willie's shack or Willie's business is open and I can repair the boat to get to Ginger Island, because that's the main goal that I've been trying to do, is get to Ginger Island as quickly as possible. Because I've played Stardew Valley multiple times and I have one farm that I've made so much gold in and everything, but because I had started that farm before a lot of the newer updates, I didn't really play it how I would have wanted to in hindsight. So now this is my chance to kind of like play it how I want to and use the like, what are they, the golden nut things that you collect on Ginger Island. I need to use those more wisely because I was struggling the first time I played Ginger Island. But yeah, so I just made lunch. We're just having chicken sausage with a Southwest salad from Aldi. Did I throw away the package? I did. The Southwest salad kit from Aldi is so good because salad kits I typically don't like, but these ones are really good because it uses like cabbage. I'm pretty sure that's what this is, cabbage. So the other salad kits that use like romaine or iceberg, the lettuce gets really gross and nasty. And it always seems to like go bad or get gross before the expiration date. These ones stay pretty well. So I got these, and then I put, if you shop, what kind of accent is that? If you shop at Aldi and you've ever seen this buffalo cauliflower dip, this shit is so good. So I put a dollop of this buffalo cauliflower dip in our salads too. So I'm gonna give my husband his bowl, I'm gonna eat my bowl, and then after I eat, I will sit down and start reading some of, this will be fun. I think I'm going to do my 2 hours in 2 reading sprints at my desk. So that is the goal. So I'll check back in with you guys once I have started reading. This will be fun. Okay, so I've got about 26 minutes and 30 seconds left of my first hour of reading for the day. I had to stop and move into the living room because the dogs are driving me absolutely crazy. Their idea of fun and playing is that Onyx will grab a toy or a bone and Gracie will snatch it out of his mouth, and then they start to growl at each other. They're not like aggressive growling, like playful growling, and then they slap each other, and they just are so noisy, and I cannot concentrate while reading. Like, I read super slow. I don't know. So I read for a little bit over 30 minutes. Yeah, I read super slowly. I guess it could be worse. I only got 18 pages read in like 30 minutes. They just were annoying the crap out of me. So I am reading in my chair over here. I pulled out my little ottoman, or my little poof, and I'm going to finish my hour over here. I'm probably going to take a break after this hour is up and get some stuff done around the house, hang out, maybe watch an episode of like Bob's Burgers or something with my husband. And then after that, I will get back to physically reading. And then, so I did update that I finished Hellbent, and I really do want to start listening to the audiobook for Sword Heart today as well. So yeah, those are the plans. I'll keep you guys posted on when my hour. Okay, so I am now on page 66 of This Will Be Fun. I'm really, really liking it. It took me a minute to get into the writing. That's also why I was taking a little bit longer to get through it. I don't really know how to describe it, but there's something, I think that there are certain authors whose writing is like super easy for me to read because their word choices for sentences are words that I'm predicting, so I'm able to kind of read it a lot quicker. And their sentence structure and their descriptors or whatever are things that like kind of are how I speak. So I am much more easily able to like dive right into the story without having to like really read every single word in my head, if that makes sense. And then there's other authors who kind of subvert my expectations, and then I find myself having to reread sentences because I was kind of like reading along but some of the word choices that I thought were going to happen later on in the sentence in my head did not happen. So I was like, okay, wait, let me reread that whole sentence again to make sure that I got it all right. But now I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable with this book. I'm understanding that I can't just like, it's not even really speed reading, because even when I do that other thing, I don't read super fast, but it's kind of like, I don't know, predictive or intuitive reading, I guess I could say. I can't do that with this book, so I actually have to like concentrate a little bit more on the word on the page. But I'm really liking this. I'm really liking all of the character relationships and the character dynamics. So I'm going to take a quick break from this. I'm in the mood to bake. I kind of want to bake like peanut butter cookies or something. But I don't want to go to the grocery store to get any supplies. So I think I'm going to look through my cupboards and pantries and see what it is that I can bake. That I can bake from the ingredients that I have in the house. So I'm going to do that, and I might bake before I start on my second hour of reading. But if I do decide to bake, I will probably film that. But yeah, I'll check back in with you guys later. Okay, I was going to bake something from scratch, but when I looked in my cabinets, I found this Betty Crocker chocolate chip cookie mix, and it expires like at the beginning of January. So I want to use that, but to kind of elevate these a little bit, I did make some brown butter. Ooh, it smells so good. I've never made brown butter before. I've just heard people talk about how good brown butter chocolate chip cookies are. I want to try something new and different, but I also want to use this cookie mix. So I was like, let me do that. So I'm just going to make these cookies. So I made those cookies, and then I ate those cookies. I ate 2 cookies. My husband had 1, and they turned out pretty okay. Like, definitely not as good as homemade cookies. My husband makes really good chocolate chip cookies, and I think that next time he makes his cookies, we're just going to try that brown butter with them. I do think that the brown butter elevated the pre-made mix, and so did the peanut butter, but I don't know, there was something about the cookies that were very dry. So I don't know if honestly, it might be that when you do the brown butter, it probably, what is it called, reduces a little bit. So I probably needed like 1 1/4 sticks instead of just 1 stick, but whatever. So I was listening to Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher while I was baking and stuff, and then I got distracted and did a couple things around the house. I'm trying to think. Do I have laundry in the... Anyway, I got distracted again just now because I'm trying to think if I have laundry in the dryer that needs to be folded. But so now I'm going to finish my second hour of reading for the day. I'm going to continue. This will be fun. And then after I'm done with this hour, then I'll kind of just like chill out and read at my leisure and not really worry about doing sprints or I might still do a sprint. We'll see. I think that there are a couple of booktubers that are doing a lot of sprints during the holiday season. I know I really love what's her channel name is I Would Rather Be Reading. She does a lot of reading sprints, and for some like her I don't know where she lives or what time zone she lives in, but her live streams are usually timed like at the worst time for me. So I will watch the replays usually. So yeah, I might do that. But yeah, I will check back in with you guys once I've done more reading. Okay, so I just finished my second hour of reading for the day, and I am on page 106. 106 now. It is like 7:30 at night. I baked those cookies and everything. I gave an update after I baked those. I made dinner, ate dinner, did a little bit of household stuff, and now me and Miss Gracie are hanging out on the couch. And she's okay. She's burrowed and she doesn't want to be disturbed. So, I never filmed an outro clip, and that's becoming a trend of me editing a video and then realizing that I never filmed an outro clip. So, here I am. 4 days later, and I was editing my video and I realized, yep, you did not do that. You never filmed anything. So I finished Hellbent, the audiobook. I think I gave that a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads. Then I started Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher on audiobook, and I'll get into that in a second. Then This Will Be Fun I was reading during the vlog, and I believe that at that time I had gotten to like a page 102 or 106. That last clip that I filmed, I was saying how I planned on reading more throughout that night, but that did not end up, it kind of happened. I read like another chapter, but my husband and I ended up watching a movie together, so I didn't get much more reading done after that. Let's get on to Sword Heart, because I don't know how to feel about it. So I started the audiobook on Thursday, and I've been listening to it since, and I might DNF it, which is sad because I was so excited for that book. But I can't tell if I'm not liking the book and the writing itself, or if it's just that I'm not a fan of the narrator. Now, I know for a fact that I'm not a fan of the narrator or the narration. I shouldn't say the narrator, because I don't know, it's possible that I like other books that she's narrated. But for this book in particular, the way that it's narrated, first of all, I know they usually read pretty slow, but this is like painstakingly slow. Like, I'm currently listening to it on like 1.5 speed, and even at 1.5 speed, the dialogue is taking forever, because when one character finishes a sentence, it's like a 5-second pause on 1.5 speed before the other character responds. And I feel like the writing is supposed to be like witty, or not even necessarily witty, it's more dry humor, but like quippy, like lots of like back and forth banter. And you don't get the vibe when the banter takes 45 seconds for the person to respond. It's like I can literally feel the wheels turning in this character's head as they're trying to figure out the response to the quip that the other person said, and it's just messing up the flow. So I don't know. I think that I might try to see if Sword Heart is available on Kindle Unlimited. I can't see myself purchasing the physical book unless it goes on super sale, because it's like $20 on Amazon, and then there's like a hardcover edition that I think is releasing soon. I don't really want to spend money on this book because, like I said, I don't know if it's just the narration that I'm not loving on the audiobook, or if it's the book itself that I'm not loving. So if it's on Kindle Unlimited, I'll give it a chance, or if I find it like on sale somewhere or on Thrift Books, I'll give it a chance. But as of right now, I think I'm DNFing it, which is hard because I do not DNF books, because I'm like, if I spent this time, if I clocked in, I'm not clocking out. But I'm trying to learn to DNF more, because it literally will get me into a slump. that lasts like weeks, and all I really had to do was close that book and set it to the side. So yeah, that is my reading update for this vlog. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, especially if you made it this far into the video. Again, introduce yourself in the comment section. I'd love to get to know anybody who's watching these videos. And yeah, have a great day, and don't sweat the small stuff. Okay, bye.